Okay. Well, I'm ready to go.
You are? Okay. Just give me 1 second.
Yep.
All right, I think you're ready to start.
How are we looking?
Yep.
Good. Ready?
It's probably on like
Are we delayed?
a delay.
Oh, it's on a delay. Okay. Well, is it actually supposed to be live?
I think you can start now.
Great. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Makerspace CT. My name is Pat Carroll. I'm doing a little demo of our CO2 laser engraver here. Show off what we can do with it, all the different projects and things. I'm going to be making some little acrylic ear savers since we are all wearing masks nowadays in the COVID-19 era. One of those little things we're mainly doing for PPE here is actually face shields. But for our laser, we might as well make a few more things. Show off again some of the capabilities. We've got a lot of stuff around the shop. You'll see cute little artwork as well that we can do. I don't know how much of this is actually getting on camera. Is it showing both at once, Scott?
I have to switch it. So
Okay.
I'll be on top of that next.
Okay, gotcha. Great. But I'm going to again show you a little bit about our software and what we, and the laser itself. We have this wonderful 60-watt CO2 laser engraver and cutter here in our digital fabrication area in the shop. It gets used for a lot of things, all sorts of materials from plastic, wood, leather, glass, all sorts of different options. Does really great with detail on things like text and logos. So works really well with the other pieces of the fabrication equipment we have in the wood shop and the plastic shop to personalize things after you've made them in the rest of our shop. This has a great 18-inch by 24-inch bed, so we can put some good-sized things in here and mark them, and it can also cut most materials up to 1/4 inch thick if it's wood, certain plastics, leather as well, and a few other things. I've been working with lasers for just about 5 years now and love them. It's great technology, and I do a lot of crazy things with it, and I'm glad to be here as a shop tech and an instructor at Makerspace CT, teaching more people how to use them and use our technology as a maker community here in Hartford. Thank you all for tuning in and watching me totally embarrass myself live on YouTube and whatever other channels this ends up on. Again, here's our laser engraver. Here's the computers we work with over here. I'm going to show you a little bit on our software. Scott pans the camera over. I've got CorelDRAW open here, which is a graphic design software with the ear saver file as well as our logo. I'll zoom in a little here so we can see better what the file looks like. You can see the outline of all the ear savers and then where our text is going to be engraved on them. I've got them nested here pretty close because with the laser beam that's only 0.004 of an inch wide, we don't need much space between to leave for cutting. And I've got them all nested again in CorelDRAW, which is a graphic design software. The laser also works very well with Inkscape, Adobe Illustrator, as well as most other vector-based graphic design softwares. I was lucky enough to get this ear saver file from public domain on the internet. Again, our logo with Makerspace CT, but you could personalize and use all sorts of materials to do something like this or any other projects as well. And then once I've got the file in here, what we do is take that and export it over into our wonderful laser software that tells the laser what to do, since computers are pretty stupid and they only do what you tell them to do. They can do a lot of great things, but you have to tell them what to do. So in this software, I'm telling the laser to engrave anything that's black, where you see our Makerspace CT logo right here, and then cut anything that's in a red line, which you can see all these wonderful little, again, ear savers here, spaced pretty close. I've got all my settings set, again, for how deep I want it to engrave and how fast I want it to engrave, how fast I want it to cut to make sure I cut through my material. And then I'm going to send this right over to our wonderful laser and tell it what to do. So I'm going to go download, send that over there. Thinking. Gonna close that, walk over to our laser here. And here is our wonderful 60-watt laser engraver. open up the hood a little bit, you can see that I've put a piece of clear acrylic in there. It's got the paper backer on it still. And I've got our little red dot pointer lined up there. And then I'm going to, on the corner, I'm going to make sure all our settings are right. Because it's a laser, it relies on laser light, which has to be in focus to work properly. So I'm going to use our little laser-made height gauge to check the focus. And I'm going to adjust that focus. Go. Right. That's all set properly. Put that down so we don't lose it. Check and make sure it's going to cut in the right area. Pretty cool. I've already got the exhaust blower going on. Going to turn on our compressed air so we don't catch anything on fire. And I'm going to start this. And our laser is going to engrave everything and then cut everything. We're going to have a whole bunch of ear savers pretty soon. Looks like 36 or so. Again, with our wonderful Makerspace CT logo on them to save your ears when we're wearing all these masks. And going to have a good time. Again, this is acrylic. This is about 1/16 of an inch thick. One thing we can cut. You can see here's even some thicker acrylic we cut for plastic. And we've got, that's 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch. We've got a lot of other projects around the shop that we've done in all other sorts of materials, everything from wood to, let's see, oh, here's some stuff over here. Here we've got some cool engraved projects out of wood. And here's on some glass we engraved. You can see the detail you can get on that. This is a 3x5 tile, or this is about a 6-inch diameter or 5-inch diameter circle of wood, and you can see the detail you can get with the laser. Those little teeny tiny details on the wood that you could never get by carving by hand. And then we've got some other stuff over here, really cool detail. Bring them over so we can see them. You can see the cutout. Again, this is 3mm thick plywood, and you can see the fine detail you can get cutting it with the laser. And here you can see basically a spiral cut that the wood's actually like a spring, but it's one laser beam width on all those cuts. It's just a few thousandths of an inch thick. That precision is, you could never do by hand. And again, that's 3mm thick birch plywood. But again, the laser will actually cut up to 1/4 inch thick even. So we've got lots of capability, and again, works really well with all the other tools we have in the shop to be able to, work on a project, do one thing, and then bring it bring it over here to personalize or make another part, and really have a multifaceted project to work with. But, laser still going, great way. Going to be a little bit longer. But, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in and our little educational series. I'm sure this will be posted somewhere permanently, so you can all laugh at me on a regular basis. But we'll be doing more of these with our other equipment as well as our other shops, and showing off what we do here. And because again, getting people to come in, sometimes it's a little harder nowadays. So see what we do, make sure we're the right place, come on in, and then check us out. We'd love to have folks coming in for more membership and be able to make your projects. Whatever where you don't have the equipment or the skills that yourself. So hey, come here and learn, and then come and make yourself. What is why are we here as a makerspace? Because we're here to make and create and be a community. We're lucky to still be here and be able to participate in our community and do what we do. We're lucky to have all this great equipment thanks to donations and sponsorships and all sorts of great stuff in the community here, and we're trying to grow. So thank you, everyone, again, for supporting. And these are going to be a little bit longer, but going along. And again, here's what we're working on. So where did I put it here? These are our, again, acrylic Makerspace CT ear savers for your masks. Help if you have to wear a mask for a long time. This really helps protect your ears and the cartilage behind your ears, so you don't get sore spots. Again, with the climate today where we have to all wear masks, it really helps out. Something as simple as this that takes just a couple of minutes to make, but it's again sometimes the simplest things that are the best. When we're all in a difficult place, trying to stay comfortable and happy and healthy. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you around more for more of our presentations like this. Was that about 10 minutes-ish, 15 minutes?